He came to the United States July 9th of 2002. He wanted to get out of his country because he heard Atlanta of opportunity, and he headed to America. He landed in Baltimore, Maryland area. He started off working at Applebee's at the young age of 20 and found out he could make more money using his mouth talking about business, helping young people get business started than he can flipping burgers. And he got started in ACN. Without further ado, everybody, can we give a warm welcome to Regional Vice President, Platinum Superstar, the one and only Mr. Shakeel Cooper.
It feels good to be 30. I was just telling someone the other day, I'm 30 years old, but I feel like I'm 15, 16 again. So it's really great. And it kind of made me wanted to talk about today's topic, 10, right? I've been doing this, 10 years? So this is my 10th year anniversary coming up this October. So just imagine getting started in a business. So this is the longest thing I've ever done in my life. Who would ever thought that a person can make a decision and 10 years later, still have a business that's literally growing out of their control still. And it's because of the system. So what I wanted to talk to everyone on the call today is about setting goals to get a check every single week. Because as I was really sitting back thinking, I'm like, man, I've gotten paid every month, every week for the past 10 years from a decision I just made. And I know now a lot of people are hearing about jobs and things going away. And I remember us telling people back then, like, things are going to change, things are going to change. But 10 years later, most people, they couldn't see 10 years later down the line. And then now the world is changing. A lot of people wish that they would have made a decision 10 years ago in order to build a business on the side where no matter what's going on, you're still earning income. Because what I love about the company is that the company is 30 years old also. So the fact that I get a chance to grow with the company, and my ultimate goal was just make money every single week. I remember I used to watch on TV the lottery ticket. Those people that they win like the lottery, like they get the mega. Sometimes you ever heard of the $4,000 for a week, $5,000 for a week for the rest of your life? I've always said to myself, instead of getting a one-time big check that I might blow, I just want to make thousands of dollars every single week. So my ultimate goal in ACN was to have a check with a comma every single week, or more importantly, just get a check. But it happens to be a pretty nice check because of the system that's implemented. See, if your goal is not to make money every single week, listen, the company is paying out 5 times out of the month. If you got 4 weeks, you get 4 bonuses and you get 1 residual. So the company is paying out 5 checks a month. Why wouldn't you want to get 5 checks a month? Because just think about it right now. At your job, you're only getting 2 checks per month. You're getting checks bi-weekly. So ACN is paying you 3 more checks, and this is part-time on top of what you already got going on. See, I'm not telling you to stop doing what you already got going on and just give ACN 100%, because what I realized is that you don't have to put 100% in order to make it to the top of the company. So many people put stress on themselves building a company thinking that they need to do all of these different things in order to have success, when in reality, all you have to do is go out there and build a business with a system. See, a lot of times people got caught up in the person. I was caught up in the system. See, while everyone was talking about, Shakeel, you're doing this, you're doing that, in reality, I had a system in place. I was just the person that had the success because I overrode the system. But in reality, how in the world is my business still growing to this day? I think we're in about 45 different states. We're probably in maybe 45 different states. Imagine having a business in 45 different states. People get started in business every single day. You don't know them. You never got to train them, nothing. The business, it runs on its own. People hit me up all the time. Hey, man, how's the business? It's still growing. It's on autopilot. It's been like that for a very long time. Do you know that when the pilot get in the air, they're not driving the whole time? After a certain amount of time, your business is on air pilot. You want a business on air pilot because when your business is on air pilot, it runs by itself. There's no stress involved. See, and it might sound a little funny, right? See, most people, when they get involved in business, they stress themselves out so much. Most guys, they start to go bald. Nothing against the bald guy, but they start to go bald pretty young. You know, by the time I turn 35, it's just like, man, all of the stress. But me, I didn't want to have a stressful life building a business. I still wanted to be young. I still wanted to be, you know, just, I didn't want to have a bald head by the time I was 35 years old because I'm so stressful trying to build a business. Because all of my peers, that has been the reality for them. See, as I'm getting older, I'm looking younger. As my peers are getting older, they're looking older. And it's because I changed up a few things in my life that ties into your success. And again, a lot of people don't like having these conversations, but how you do one thing is how you do everything. Listen, if you can't get up and just go to the gym for 45 minutes a day, 5 days out of the week, how do you believe that you'll become a millionaire one day? If you can't do that one discipline. See, a lot of times people think, I need to make money, I need to make money. But do you understand that if you have no energy to go make the money, how can you make the money? See, what you got to understand is that your health is your wealth. See, the moment I started taking my health serious is when my business started to change. This thing just happened, 5 years ago. I've been doing this. I've been eating healthy, living a clean, healthy lifestyle for almost 9 years now. 9 years. See, most people, they get burnt out. They get tired. I'm always excited. I'm always ready to go. Why? Because your energy is what's going to help you go out there and build a business. See, people don't want to be around people that's draining. People respect people that work out. Why? Because it takes dedication, and no amount of money that you have can buy that result. See, I hate going to the gym, but I love the result. I love how I feel. See, when you remove your emotion and just do what you got to do, you're going to get the result. And that goes for everything that you want to do, including ACN. ACN is no different from any other business that you want to go out there and do. But if you don't change up your habits, you're not going to become successful very long. And if you do become successful, how are you able to maintain it? See, because a lot of people know how to get it, but the hardest part is maintaining it. Not just how do you get to a position, how do you maintain a business that's successfully growing every single month? If there's not a new business partner signing up and new customers signing up every single month in your business, then do you really have a business? Because we can agree that the ultimate goal in the business is to acquire brand new business partners and to get those brand new business partners to go out there and get customers. So when you go look at your back office, after this call today, I want you to have a self-reflection, right? This is the first week of the month. Ask yourself this question, right? Did I have more customers coming in last month than the month before? And if it's not, then guess what? You got to do something different because your business should always be growing. You should have a business that, listen, your goal is to not even know everybody in your organization. If you still know everyone in your organization, then you don't even have an organization because an organization requires a lot of people. Your goal is to go out there and just meet a lot of people. And the way that you're going to meet a lot of people is by people watching you. People are going to watch how disciplined you are. People are going to watch how consistent you are. See, a lot of people know how to do the business, but they're not consistent. They might have a good 1 month run, a good 90-day run, but no, it requires you to go out there and just do it every single day. What do people know you for? Do people know you for being a hustler? Do people know you for grinding hard? Do people know you for your work ethic? Because no matter what anyone can say about me, they can never say that I don't work hard. Because you can't question hard work because I didn't have any handouts. I didn't have, $1 million daddy and mommy that invest in my business. I'm the only person in my family that done this business, but I'm the only person in my family that's been free for the past 10 years. And we're not just talking about money, we're talking about time freedom. We're talking about health. We're talking about, see, a lot of times people just get caught up in the money. Listen, the money is a byproduct of success. It's going to come as long as you're doing what you got to do. There's no way around it. Listen, you might get lucky and have a big month. You might get lucky and find that big person. But again, do you just want to be excited for right now? Or do you want to have a consistent every Friday? As soon as you wake up, another direct deposit, another right. I'm like, man, these people just keep paying me. They just keep paying you. If your business is in position and you do the work and you have a team in place, the company, well, listen, whatever ACN tell you they're going to do, they do it. That's just what it is. It is what it is. It's black and white. You know how many reps you got in, how many reps are qualified, how many reps are going to get paid out. I mean, when I think about the business, I never understand why people make it so complicated when it's so simple. But you know what's not simple? Is the consistency part. See, if everyone just be real with themselves on the part today, you literally can't blame anything but ask yourself this one question. Have I really been consistent? See, when I started, I never took my foot off the gas. I never took my foot off the gas. See, I made myself become a myth so that way my RVPs can become the deal. But first, you have to become the deal to be able to put other people in position. See, your ultimate goal is to develop leaders, right? But how can you put other people in position to be leaders if you're not on the stage, if you're not on the call, if people don't know who you are? Because all it is no different than a person basically is vouching for you. So when you have a successful person that's had success in the business and they're part of your organization, now as you are having the success, you can now bring them into the limelight. You can now give them the light and the resources and the things that they need to do to become the person that they need to become. And then before you know it, they become the superstar. See, but you got to become the superstar first in order to help them become the superstar. And all of that matters because people follow people. So once people start respecting you in this business, you have something what's called influence, right? You look on social media, right? These people are making a lot of money from being what? Influencers, right? Everyone want to be an influencer, right? But what are you actually influencing people to do? See, when I was involved in anything, my ultimate goal was just to motivate people to become better. Because no matter how hard people say things is, listen, it's all about how you look at things. I tell people this, right? They say ACN is hard. I said getting up, going to work, doing something that you don't want to do is hard. Listen, that might be easy to you, but that's hard for me. See, it's all about perspective. See, if you don't like what you're doing right now, then you got to do something different. Because if you're not doing something different, because your ultimate goal in life should be happy and should be able to make money nonstop while you're working, while you're not working. That's the ultimate goal. That's the true time freedom. But in order to get that, you have to put in the work now. You got to put in the work, and it's going to be a lot of work. See, today is just the call to just get your mind right because, listen, I can train you all day, every day, tell you the secret and all of this stuff, but if you're not going to be consistent, then it's pointless because that's the secret to my success. I'll hustle everybody. Listen, if you see me less, I'm doing more. People don't know what I'm up to. I'm always working. I'm always building my network. My network, man, is out of this world. But you got to get good at what? Talking to people, building relationships. People call me every single day. Do you know how good it is to not chase people, but have people chase you to do business with you? Because of the value that you bring. You got to become a person of value. What value are you bringing to the industry? What value are you bringing to your community? What do people know you for? Do people know you for giving back? Do people know you for even just trying to help people and put them in a better position? Because to me, the more I help, the more information I give out, the more I pour into other people, the more the universe pours back into me. It's a secret of success. Guess what? Successful, you always notice some of the most wealthiest people, they always give back the most money because they understand how success works. In order to get a lot, you have to give a lot. So if you're writing down notes, in order to get a lot, you have to give a lot. And what is give a lot? Go out there and give people an opportunity to go out there and make a decision and say, hey, listen, this might be something that I really want because you never know who really might want ACN. See, when I see how much my RVPs and them love the company, I'm so happy that I made a decision to talk to someone to talk to them because guess what? You can't stop them from loving the company if you wanted to. And that's the people that you want, people that are sold out. People that are not going nowhere. You don't have to call them up every single day and try to convince them, hey, are you going? No, they run their own business. We're running a Fortune 500 company. We're not running a daycare. We're not babysitting grown adults on changing their life. No. If you're over 18 years old, I'm not your mama and I'm not your daddy. We are here to make money. We are here to conduct business. We can have fun. We can do all of that stuff. But guess what? Business is business. So I always maintain that fine thin line with my business partners. We're cool, we're homies, we can all that. But when it comes down to business got to be taken care of first. We'll have fun later. So as leaders on this call, this is how you got to talk to your people. This is how you got to become because people only follow people that talk like this. See, if you're scared, you're timid, listen, nobody's going to follow you. No one. So if you want people to start following you, I'm going to give you a tip today. Start working out 4 to 5 days a week, just for an hour a day, because then you'll have more energy to talk to people. Because I'm telling you, the respect is different. People respect you different because they know that you are consistent. Because most people, think about it, right? The average person, they go buy a gym membership and they never use it. And then they said, you know what? I'm not having success because you don't have the energy to go have success. You need energy because it's your energy is what's going to push you to go out there and make decisions. That's just what it is to change your life, man. I just want to have an open conversation with everybody on the call because, man, this business is so simple. And I'm so grateful because people make it seem like it's so complicated. And I'm just like, man, what is complicated about what we do? I've been doing this for 10 years, stress-free. Literally stress-free. Through the ups, through the downs. Listen, my downtime was most people's lucky time. So when you go from making a certain amount to maybe drop by a couple thousand, it's not really an L if you're making money every single week. You're just not living to the level that you have gotten to. But that's still more than the average person makes. And you're doing this without pushing the 9 to 5. There's nothing wrong with pushing the 9 to 5, but I like my time freedom. After I leave out of here, I'm going to go get lunch with my other business partner. Then I'm going to pick my son up from school. Then I'm going to take him to get a haircut. We're going to go to the mall. We're going to get something to eat. Listen, that's what it's about. Doing what you want to do. This is every day. See, all my son knows is that daddy, we out every day. When's the last time you was with your kid every day just doing stuff? Your kids just know you for y'all just go out and just do stuff. And when you go to the store with them and they want to get something, you don't say, oh, we can't afford it. No, they want a toy, it's $10, man, get a toy. See, that's why we do it. See, people think it's because of the money, but no, the money just gives you the freedom to do those type of things. And those are memories that's going to last a lifetime. Because what's the point of making money if you can't enjoy with the people that you love? What's the point? See, money is just a tool. So stop chasing the money and chase what you really want out of life. If that's more time freedom, then create a business that's going to give you more time freedom. Is it just extra money? Create a system that's going to give you that extra money on the side of what you already got going on, because you don't have to stop doing what you're already doing in order to make a decent amount of income doing the business. It just requires work. But once you do the work, after a while, you don't have to do the work like you had to do the work to start it. It's like a snowball effect. You got to do the work to build up the snowball, but after a while, it just keep growing, and then before you know it, boom, it's out of your control. That's the business that you want. I'm telling you, that's the business you want. Matter of fact, today is Wednesday, right? By the show of hand, who's excited to get paid out today? It's like that every single week. Just imagine, every single week, no matter what it is. So if you spend money throughout the week, guess what? ACN, they refill you by the end of the week. That's how I look at it. They just keep refilling you every single week once you build the business with a system in place. So I thank you guys for being on the call today. The next call, we're going to have training that I'm going to put together, but I just kind of wanted to open everyone's mindset and get you to understand that no matter what I tell you to do, if you're not willing to do the work consistently, you're not going to have success. I can give you the blueprint, but I can't do it for you. But I'm telling you, those things that I just told you about, it's going to change your life. Don't just focus on the money. Focus on your habit. Focus on creating healthy habits. And those healthy habits, that's what's going to happen. How you do one thing is how you do everything. So if you don't have those healthy habits now, guess what? You got to create it. Once you create it, then you're going to start doing it in your business. But you first have to start off by doing the little things over and over and over, and then you'll be able to do the big things over and over. So, Mr. Thomas, I pass the call back to you, and I look forward to being back here next week.